This is Jack Weisswitz, and we're ready with nugget number 8. Now, nugget number 8 will be unusual, and I'm going to remind you again that this is not something that will help you if you want to become a professional speaker. This website is for people just like you or me who just want to get up once in a while to make a presentation. Once in a while. Not a professional speaker. If you want to become a professional speaker, go to Kristen Thompson or Brandon Bouchard. They've got some great sites, they've got some great help for you, but it's not on this site that you will find the information. Alright, so let me show you what we can do to help you if you want to learn to speak in front of a group of people without being nervous, without having all this trepidation, just being able to relax a bit more. I'm known as the speaker's coach. I'm the author of Speak Up, Shut Up, a little book for people just like you who want to become more confident when making a presentation. I also coach and offer presentation skill seminars and webinars and bi-weekly speakers tips and quotes. I'm going to read part of this for you. Unusual, but true. I want to make sure that we cover everything. Are you now or at any time before today somewhat nervous or reluctant about getting up in front of a group of people to make a presentation? When I asked that question during my presentation skills seminars, 95% of the people put up their hands. Yeah, we're nervous. I teach communication skills now, right now. But many years ago, when I arrived in Canada, I was very hesitant to speak English. Why? Oh, I had no vocabulary, a terrible Dutch accent, and I certainly did not know how to pronounce words properly. I was shy and uncomfortable speaking to people on an individual basis, and speaking to a group, forget it! When I reflect over these years, I have learned that people can become successful in most areas of their life if they learn how to communicate properly. People invited for job interviews, for instance, they need to know how to respond in business English. Many of them don't. Many people are still talking teenage talk. They never grew up. Their language consists of 4-letter swear words, likes and lots and you knows. Other people, knowledgeable, serious and devoted people like you, have to speak at a town hall meeting, at a condominium meeting, at a parent-teachers group. So what do? They freeze. They're barely audible. Their presentations are confusing for the audience. They have no structure. Their talk runs over time. And every other word is, yeah. That's what we help with in the Speaker's Coach. That's what we help you with, overcoming these little ums and ahs and everything else. Now, people looking for relationships, they wonder why they just don't seem to be able to connect with someone from the opposite sex. The expensive clothes, the exquisite gifts, and the fancy dinners do not impress as much as the language you use. Their language absolutely classifies them, and the results are clear. They usually have only 2 dates. The first one and the last one. These are the same issues I struggled with when I first came to this country, and I imagine that many of you struggle with these very same issues today. Allow me to share with you the 5 communication keys that I believe are necessary to become successful in most areas of your life. 1. Listening skills. 2. Word power. 3. Writing skills. 4. Presentation skills. 5. Self-image. 5 points. Let's go over them. Look at the first key. Listening skills. Many of you, as I was, are uncomfortable speaking up because of a foreign accent. You also struggle with the pronunciation of the English words, and this is holding you back. You seldom share your opinions with others because you have become shy and are uncomfortable speaking up. That's how I felt. So let me ask you, how do you want to climb the ladder of success? Nobody knows how smart you really are. Many of the disc jockeys in the AM stations are still spewing teenage talk. They cannot teach you anything. They don't know any better. What about the garbage in many of the lyrics that you hear when you tune into AM stations? Do these lyrics build your vocabulary? Or do they take you down the gutter? What about Jenny Marbles on YouTube? This type of talk will get you hits, but not jobs. Listen to FM radio broadcasters instead. Today, I still only listen to the English and French Canada broadcast stations. I never turn on an AM station. FM broadcasters have to pronounce words properly. Otherwise, they lose their job. Listen to them. Listen to the speeches delivered by public speakers such as Martin Luther King, John Kennedy, Barack Obama. Tune into some of the webinars offered by speakers such as Brandon Burchard, Christy Whitman, John Assaraf. You don't have to learn to speak as they do, but listen and learn how to pronounce the words. Visit public speaking sites on the internet. Get an English-speaking buddy to help you and practice and practice and practice some more. You'll still have an accent. I do. But people will have no problem understanding you after you have absorbed the music, the intonation of the language through listening skills. So the first key to success in communication, better listening skills. Be selective in your choice of radio and TV stations. Learn to listen and absorb. Let's move to the second key, word power. What about your knowledge of synonyms? Synonyms? What is that, you ask? A synonym is a word that has the same meaning as another word. Word power is the key to become more eloquent in your conversation. It opens doors that were closed until now. Purchase a pocketbook with the title Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. It doesn't only teach you the meaning of the words, it also shows how to pronounce these words and where they come from. What's the origin of the word? It has been in circulation for many years, and you can get it in many second-hand bookstores. It's the little book I used when I realized that the English language has a plethora of synonyms that could color my vocabulary and paint powerful word pictures during my conversations. Word pictures create power. Make your speeches colorful as a maple tree in autumn. You'll attract higher paying jobs when you increase your vocabulary. You attract members of the opposite sex who have higher paying jobs. And you might even feel more comfortable when addressing a group of people. The second key to success, word power. Purchase Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. Now the third key to success, learn how to write. Learn how to write English using proper grammar, structure, and spelling. Do you really think that human resource officers are going to consider you for a management position if you cannot express yourself clearly and succinctly in writing? Think again. Texting is not writing. Human resource officers are hiring with the company in mind. They need people in management who can express themselves orally as well as in writing to create new plans, to create sales letters that sizzle and sell, to create the future. If you don't know the difference between an adverb and an adjective, between a pronoun and a noun, be prepared to be disappointed. The third key to success is to brush up on your English writing skills. There are dozens of sites on the internet that will open your door to better writing skills. Or go to your closest college. Go to the bookstore and get the smallest book on grammar you can find. Learn to write without major grammatical, structural, or spelling errors. So this was the third key to successful communication. English writing skills. we've covered 3 essential communication keys that will help you become more successful in any endeavor. Listening skills, word power, and writing skills. Now let's look at key number 4. Presentation skills. Learn how to become more comfortable speaking to a group. I used to be very nervous and uncomfortable when I had to address a group of people, even after I had improved my pronunciation, word power, and writing skills. I used to work for Tourism Canada, and I remember one day when I found myself nervously pacing in a room just adjacent to the main ballroom in the Chateau Frontenac in Quebec City. I was nervously pacing about when this woman walked in, and she said, after looking at me, "Oh, but you are our speaker for today, aren't you?" So I nodded and kept on pacing. And she went on, and she said, "Tell me, do you ever get nervous just before a presentation?" "Me nervous?" I said. "Me nervous? Of course not. I never get nervous." And then she said, "Well then, what are you doing in the ladies' room?" Ladies and gentlemen, we're all somewhat nervous when we have to speak in front of a group of people. So what did I do at that time? A long time ago, I joined Toastmasters. Toastmasters International. If you happen to need immediate assistance, not a long-term, Toastmasters takes a while. If you need immediate assistance, check us out, abcspeakers.com. So key number 4, to become more successful in communication, presentation skills. Learn to become more comfortable speaking to a group. All right, look at key number 5. Almost there. Oh, you might say, this is the last one, the best one, the key to my success. Allow me to suggest another book. Yeah. Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Visit your second-hand bookstore again and find a copy or get the link on my website, abcspeakers.com. It's called My Store. You'll find a way to get this book very cheaply, ebook, beautiful. You'll be amazed to discover that a changed self-image can become one of the keys to your success. A changed self-image changes your image, and the reverse is just as true. Key number 5, change your self-image. One way is to dress to impress. Not just to impress, but to impress the right way. People will look at you and draw conclusions about you because of the way you look. Make sure these impressions are complementary towards the thing that you love to do. If you want to become successful in the real estate market, dress the way a successful real estate market agent dresses. If you want to make it as an artist and sell records of your latest song, dress the part. My first job in Canada was busboy in a wonderful hotel, the Chateau Laurier in Ottawa. Busboy. Years ago. I was the best dressed busboy in the chateau. And it didn't take long before I was given the opportunity to start my hotel career in hotel management. Because I dressed the part. I changed my image and my self-image by dressing the part. I dressed successful. If you want to speak to an audience, make sure your dress is oozing success. A suit that doesn't fit, shoes that are scruffy, and a hairdo needing a cut and a shampoo will not help you create the atmosphere that you seek. You feel more successful when you dress the part. So here we are, my 5 keys to your success. 1. Listening skills. Learn how to pronounce words properly, get rid of those AM stations and replace these with FM and public broadcasting stations. Listen to effective speakers. 2. Word power. Increase your word power. Buy Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. 3. Writing skills. Learn how to write English by studying grammar, structure and spelling. Start with the smallest grammar book you can find. It will put you way ahead of a whole bunch of other people. Presentation skills. Learn how to become more comfortable speaking to a group. Join my free video nuggets and bi-weekly newsletter to help you overcome some of that fear of speaking in front of a group of people. Number 5, change your self-image. Dress to impress, not to regress. Now, these 5 keys to success are not for everyone. Some of you will scoff at these ideas. You became successful because you already possessed these keys. Congratulations. You were at the right place at the right time. You saw the right opportunity and you were able to communicate. Many of us were not that lucky. No. For many of us, we saw the opportunity, we were there, but our lack of communication skills kept us from that opportunity because we did not prepare by learning how to communicate effectively with our voice, our writing, and the way we created an image of ourselves. These 5 keys offer small but vital steps to your success. If you want some assistance, the Speakers Coach at abcspeakers.com will help you become a more confident presenter. In the meantime, I love how Brandon Burchard finishes his webinars. He asks, have you lived fully? Have you loved openly? And are you adding value to someone's life? I hope that I added some value to your life today. Remember this, only those who can see the invisible can do the impossible. This is Jack Weiswitz signing off. See you at the next nugget. Goodbye.